second video. This video right here will go more in depth about the origin and the insertion of each muscle that moves the scapula. Let's recap. The origin and the insertion can help you reduce the action of the muscle because of the relationship the origin and the insertion shares. With that being said, let's talk about the first muscle. So the first muscle we're going to talk about is the trapezius, which is right here on the left side of my back. The origin of the trapezius is occipital C7 in the thoracic. Insertion of the trapezius, the spine of the scapula. The trapezia allows for downward rotation of the scapula. Each nerve supplying a skeletal muscle consists of sensory 5 and the motor fiber. The motor fiber of the trapezius is the accessory nerve, and the sensory fiber is C3 and C4. The second muscle we'll talk about is the pectoralis, which is located right here. The origin would be the coracoid process. The insertion would be ribs 3 to 5. This muscle crosses the joint anteriorly. The intervention of this muscle would be the medial pectoral nerve, which is sensory nerve, and the lateral pectoral nerve, which is a motor nerve. The third muscle we would talk about is the serratus anterior. The origin would be as the muscle slips from ribs 1 to 8, and the insertion would be at the anterior surface of media border of scapula. The long thoracic nerve, which is respiratory nerve of bell, originates from roots C5, C6, and C7 of the brachial plexus and provides motor stimulation to the serratus anterior muscle. The next muscle we will talk about is the rhomboid minor and major. The rhomboid insertion is the medial border of scapula. The origin of the rhomboid is the spinous processes of vertebrate C7-T1. Nuchal ligament, the dorsal scapular nerve, provides motor innervation to the rhomboid muscles and to the levator scapulae. So that is the next muscle we will be discussing, the levator scapulae. The origin of the levator scapulae is the transverse processes of vertebrate C1 to C4. And the insertion is superior angle to medial border of scapula. The muscles get its sensory innervation from C3 and C4, just like the trapezius. The last muscle that we're going to discuss tonight is the latissimus dorsi. The origin is vertebrate T7 to T5. T7L5. And the insertion is inferior angle of the scapula. The latissimus dorsi is supplied by the 6th, 7th, and 8th cervical nerves through the thoracodorsal nerves, which is the long scapula. So this right here is the coracoid process